Hello everybody, and welcome back to the New Mindscape. In the previous video I talked about the crisis of religion in the modern times. But now we're facing another crisis, which is the crisis of materialism. So I talked about how with the crisis of religion, most societies became secularist and materialist. But since the end of the 20th century, materialism has also been in crisis. In modern times, materialism had, in a sense, become the substitute for religion, a substitute faith. People believe in money as if money were their god. Governments believe that economic development is the most important thing above anything else. Whether as an individual or as a society, the most important thing is to get rich and to assure one's physical survival. Once that is assured, you're free to believe whatever you want, whether it's Santa Claus, God, or nothing. What you believe in is your own subjective problem. The main concern should be material development. In a sense, then, modernity itself has become a kind of religion. People thought that all the problems of the world would be solved when they became materially wealthy. Materialism became a substitute religion. Even science became a substitute religion. This is called scientism. People considered that science would solve all the problems of the world. So long as they moved ahead towards scientific progress, everything would be fine. From the late 18th century to the mid-20th century, this was a powerful belief in modern and modernizing societies. It's certainly a powerful belief in China. Ever since the May 4th movement of 1919, Chinese people have put their faith in Mr. Science, 赛先生, and Mr. Democracy, 德先生. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, Deng Xiaoping put forward the 4 modernizations which he believed would bring China into the future. Even communism itself believes that the ideal state is one of material plenty. It believes that everything will be fine once the world becomes rich and the wealth is distributed justly to everyone. So most modern ideologies represent some sort of materialist faith. But this faith system began to collapse in the 20th century. Doubts in this system can be traced back to the end of World War I, when they saw millions of soldiers put into the battlefield, and when they saw millions of people losing their life to the calamity of this unprecedented war with the use of modern technology at the service of weaponry and military might. Some philosophers and artists started to doubt in this faith in modernity and materialism. World War II was even worse. Many more events, such as the environmental crisis, happened during the 20th century, which challenged people's faith in materialism. So now we've reached the stage of material plenty, spending more and more money on things that we don't need. So people have started to ask themselves, is life only about power and money? The entire society seems to have devoted itself completely to power and money. People have increasingly started to ask themselves whether materialism itself is even materially sustainable. And you can think about have a look at the video right after mine, where you can see the consequences of humanity trying to indefinitely maintain a rate of economic growth comparable to a hamster. The operating system of all our societies now is based on economic growth, growing exponentially like a hamster that keeps getting fatter and fatter every year. Every year there's fear that the entire economic system will collapse if the rate of growth declines even a little bit. But for how long can such a rate of growth even be sustained? This is the operating system that our societies are based on. ever-increasing production and consumption. Now there's an ever-increasing awareness that we cannot sustain ourselves in this way. So now we find materialism in a crisis. Materialism is also being challenged in a very serious way. So what shall we do? On the one hand, religion has been challenged. The power of the world's religious systems has been shaken. Societies have thrown away the power of religion, making it a private matter. The world has gone through a process of secularization, which has reduced the influence of religion in the world. Religion has lost its influence in society, while materialism has become the dominant worldview. But now materialism is being challenged. Can materialism even work materially? So this is the situation that we now face in the world and in our lives.